We'll start tonight with the issue of racism in America. It has been one of the most debated topics in our nation recently, even this week. And tonight, a new survey is taking a closer look at race and discrimination right here in Grand Rapids.
New tonight, 24 News 8's Tom Hillen sat down with one of the men behind the study, as well as a community activist, to find out what the survey revealed and how the community is reacting, Tom.
Well, Marley and Brian, VoiceGR is a study that has been done by the Johnson Center at Grand Valley State University for more than a decade. But now they're asking questions and getting answers to just how many people are encountering racism and discrimination here in Grand Rapids.
If you're a person of color in Grand Rapids, you experience racism or discrimination based on the color of your skin at a significant level in this town.
According to the survey, 11% said racism is very much an issue in Grand Rapids. Another 33% said it was somewhat of an issue. About a third also said they had been discriminated against.
52% of African Americans said they had experienced discrimination because of their race in the last year, and it was like 18% for white folks. So and usually when it's Caucasians that are experiencing discrimination, it's around something like gender, disability, sexual orientation, and those kinds of things.
Jerry Johnson with GVSU and Brianna Ravello with the GR chapter of Black Lives Matter say in reality, those numbers may even be higher.
I believe that there might be a lack of desire to kind of be that person to say that racism happens to them. There's kind of stigma attached to naming the fact that you experience discrimination.
Johnson says this isn't anything new. He says it's well documented that there are achievement gaps across the board, from education to health to income, between whites and people of color.
And so now basically what we're doing is trying to bring some numbers to that and make those public so that we can begin to have a community conversation about these things, instead of just sort of nodding our heads like we all understand, but nothing really gets done. So
that study, if anything, just affirms a lot of what we already know about segregation and inequality and disparity in the city.
Now, it's a very extensive survey diving into things like wages, employment, who has access to health care in Grand Rapids. We have a link inside of our story right now at woodtv.com to the survey in its entirety. Reporting live in downtown Grand Rapids, Tom Hillen, 24-hour News 8.